All right, guys, thanks for watching Whiteboard Talk. Welcome to another episode. We're going to talk about something tonight that's really, really important, and it should resonate with you. The number one reason people fail, and they fail at anything. We talk a lot about entrepreneurship, mindset, sales, building your business, but at anything. The number one reason people fail is fear. And you go, well, they don't have the knowledge. Yeah, because they're afraid to ask. Well, they don't come up with a good game plan. Yeah, because they're afraid to give up the things they're already doing to actually be consistent in their game plan. Well, I think it's just because they don't have the right people around them. Yeah, because they're afraid to tell the wrong people to get the fuck away from them. It's the weirdest thing in the world. Like, they'll be like, I don't know why. Like, I'll be with a group of people, and they'll be like, I don't know why I talked to this guy. So I'll be like, which guy? They're like, that guy over there. I'm like, hey, come here for a minute. So I did this the other day with a group of entrepreneurs. I was like, hey, got a minute? And he's like, yeah. I said, hey, these dudes said that all you do is whine, complain, bitch, moan, and they hate being around you. And then everybody's like, I can't believe you just said that. And I'm like, that is what you said, right? Then I'm like, are you surprised that they said that? Because are you pretty fucking negative? And then we start talking, you know what we realize? He knows he's negative. They know he's negative. He knows they know he's negative, and nobody will talk about it because they're all afraid. They're fearful. What if they don't give it their all because they're afraid. They're afraid that they might actually succeed, or they're afraid they're going to fail. It's kind of the same. I'm afraid I'm going to fail. At the end of the day, well, I don't think I can achieve what these other guys achieve. Why? Because I'm afraid. I've convinced myself to be fearful of being successful. I've convinced myself that they have a special skill set that I don't have, and it keeps me fearful. If you will, the best analogy I can give you, you have to skull fuck the fear. That's when you really mess something up, is when you skull fuck it, right? When you go ahead and take the fear and you obliterate it, the whole world changes. Now all of a sudden, I'm not afraid to plan. I'm not afraid to be committed. I'm not afraid to be consistent. I'm not afraid to win. I'm not afraid to make money. I'm not afraid to lead, so I will lead. I'm not afraid to try something new. I'm not afraid because I dealt with my fear. Now, how do you deal with your fear? You go, sounds good, Sean. I agree with you. We should do all these things, and I can give you 1,000 others, but fear holds me back. You are right. I am afraid. How do I deal with that? You ask yourself one question. Whenever you're afraid of anything, whatever it happens to be, truly, I do this all the time, what is the worst thing that can happen? So I go, you know what? I really want to invest my money into this business. What's the worst thing that can happen? I guess I could lose the money. Depends if I'm leveraged or not, or if I have anything where like I actually lend you this amount of money or put it in, but then it's collateralized. I could lose the money. All right, what else will happen? What is the worst thing that can happen if I commit to it and I don't win? I'll lose. I will lose. When I coached for years athletics, I was, and this will sound really weird, but I was looking at times for us to lose. I coached the basketball team for 3 years. We lost 0 games. 3 basketball seasons, 0. And then in 2 seasons and almost two seasons and 99% of the third season. In the last weekend of the season, we had our regular season tournament, and then we had this other travel AAU tournament, basketball. And we decided to go to that. And we ended up going to this and winning this, but then had to come back and play, and they had played all day long. And we lost, and that's not the reason. We lost because we lost. And I realized that, wow, man, these dudes don't know how to lose. I didn't get, you know why they didn't know how to lose? And I could ask a million people, and they give me a bunch of stupid answers because I, as a coach, didn't get them playing enough good teams. We played good teams. We need to play better teams. That's an awful job coaching if you don't lose in 2 or 3 years. There's always, unless you're just the best team in the world, there's always somebody bigger and badder to play. And that's what I've always respected about teams that did that. You have to deal with your fear. What is the worst thing that will happen if I decide to try these things? I've never led before, Sean. Okay, so if you go into a position and you're a leader, you're going to make mistakes. It's going to be uncomfortable. You might fall on your face. But when I ask you that, what is out of those things, when those things happen, what's the worst that's going to happen? You'll be embarrassed. You'll be uncomfortable. You'll be insecure. Building security only occurs when you go through all the times that you're insecure and become numb and immune to it. Most people are terrified and fearful of what everybody else thinks. If I can help you with one thing tonight, and if you know me, you know. If you don't know me, if you know me, you know. I give literally 0 fucks about what people think. Like 0. You're watching it right now and you're like, I don't like what he's saying. Don't give a shit. I'm doing the best I can. I'm not trying to not be good, but guess what? What's the worst thing that can happen? I did the best I could and you didn't like the information. Okay, and I love what he's saying. Okay, good, I'm glad it helped. I want to succeed. I want people to get information. I want you to win. I want you to like it. But if you don't, I don't give a shit. What if you could just live that way? Do the best you can every day. People are always going to have an opinion, and who gives a shit? And when you do that, those things never get in here. So I never get paralyzed by fear. And I knew when I started rolling in business the very first time something major happened, right? They're like, you're getting sued in federal court. And I didn't give a shit at all. Like, there was no part of me that cared. And I was like, I don't got no fear. Because what's the worst thing that can happen? I said to myself, well, I could lose all my money. Okay, and what? I'd start over. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm doing the best I can. So the worst thing that can happen is I lose my money. Okay, I'll build my money up. I may not win. Okay, I've lost before. I may not be consistent. I've done that before. I might not be that committed. Okay, I didn't plan. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? So guys, if you will address that feeling inside of you, and the minute you think about what you want to do, and then you think about what people think, you're done. Because guys like me, I'm not thinking about it. So you're thinking about how to build your company, and I'm in the same industry. I'm thinking about how to build mine. And I'm focused. I'm committed. I'm consistent. I want to win. I'm leading. And you're going, but you're stopping because you're like, I wonder what these people think. I don't give a shit what they think. I'm just moving. It don't matter to me. I'm already 4 miles ahead of you because you're pull over on the side of the road going, what do you think? What do you think? Hey, what do you think? Now, do I get information and knowledge from people that are good? Absolutely. But I'm not paralyzed by fear. I'm not crippled by it. I'm not even slowed down by it. So if we can find a way to not give a shit and to smoke this, the sky's truly the limit for you. That's what gets most people. It's not your lack of education. It's not who raised you. This guy's not the greatest salesman in the world. This lady's not the best business builder ever. They dealt with this better than you. And they learned how to overcome it. And when people go, you're supposed to be afraid. No, you're supposed to be aware. You're supposed to be uncomfortable. You're supposed to be cognizant. You're not supposed to be afraid. What's the worst thing that can happen? Most people, when they get into a fight, they're not afraid about they're afraid of losing. I didn't care. I was like, okay, we're going to fight each other, and whatever happens, happens. You're going to get hurt, fine. You're going to get a bloody nose, black eye. But most people, they'll deal with that. They've had pain. Most of us go through stuff. We don't want people to look at us and say we lost. Well, shit, we did lose. That guy kicked your ass. This business kicked your ass. That's okay. Just get back up. So deal with this, and the sky's truly the limit. I appreciate you jumping on. I appreciate your time always. If you like this video, you like this whiteboard, go on, subscribe to my channel, find more information that will genuinely benefit you.